What is going on, Battlefielders? Wally here with another little commentary, and I haven't been doing commentaries recently, and I apologize for that. It's been really busy with everything we've been doing for the Battlefield community and, of course, the Xbox scene mainly when I say that. But I want to give you guys a little taste of kind of what's going on, keep you guys updated about what I keep planning on, at least continue doing for my channel and that kind of stuff. So I'll label it out here pretty simply, hopefully that everyone understands it. So basically, this video will probably go out, I want to say today's Friday. It'll probably go out Saturday morning. Hopefully it'll go out Saturday morning. And with that being said, on Saturday, there's a team captain meeting, which is today, if you're listening to this video. And that team captain meeting incorporates all the team captains from various teams to come in and play, that everyone that registered for the event, so that, we all have the same information. Everyone knows deadlines and stuff like that, what time to show up, everyone's clear on the rules, that kind of stuff, simple logistic stuff, not a big deal. We are discussing a few things. There's talk of like certain maps we want to remove and keep in. There's talk of certain rule sets, friendly fire and 3D spotting. I'm almost 90% sure for the upcoming tournament we're going to do friendly fire on, just because that's pretty much how every other competitive FPS out there does it, with friendly fire on. 3D spotting a little bit different because Battlefield's one of the only, I guess, competitive FPS titles or FPS titles for that matter that has that spotting mechanic in it. Not too many other games utilize that to the degree that Battlefield uses it. So we've kind of discussed how we want to use that and like if we want to incorporate it, that kind of stuff. But whatever, we'll figure that out. But anyway, I just want to let you guys know about what is going on, and you're probably gonna be watching some Battlefield footage. Actually, you will be watching some Battlefield footage. Recently got an AverMedia card from the guys at Level Check. Please sent me over an AverMedia card, and if you have not caught my stream recently, the stream quality has, I would say, gotten a lot better. I plan on continuing to keep getting it better. Of course, I now have a webcam too, so you guys can see my sexy bald head if you so incline. I still wear the goggles. I keep it real, just like the old school days of BF3. But I want to talk about a few things, and I'll probably touch on a little bit of Hardline here in my plans for it. So if anyone hasn't caught it yet, I am kind of trying to put together a Hardline team, and although I haven't even seen the trailer yet, I'll be honest, I have not seen any gameplay for it. It's just like been a kind of like an ambition for me after I kind of left Iconic and kind of flirted with the line a little bit, coming back for like a day as a manager and that kind of stuff. It's always something that I still wanted to do. I've talked to a bunch of teams about coming on as kind of like an advisor a little bit and guiding them in a little bit of a certain way. But a lot of teams, a lot of the new teams don't know who I am first and foremost. They don't know what I potentially could bring to the table, if I bring anything to the table, that kind of stuff. So my offer, really, I've been offered by a few teams to come in and kind of coach and manage, but of course I kind of want to do it myself. You know what I mean? I want to be able to run my own show, represent my team, and the players that I bring on, I want to be able to represent them to the fullest of my ability. And I personally feel like there's a lot of teams out there that are quite good, and Battlefield is moving in the direction where bigger sponsors are taking more and more of a look at these teams now, where I feel that there's a lot of players out there that are kind of misrepresented, if you will, a little bit by either the teams they play for or just like the non-ambitions of the individuals that run those teams. And for a lot of it, I understand. Most of the guys that run teams are either younger people, they're not, like, I'm 23 and they don't really care. They all have jobs, they have lives, and that kind of stuff. But for me, I don't know. It's something I want to do. I feel like I have the experience to do it, and I feel like I have the ability to manage and coach a team well. Not per se, I'm not going to play. That's for sure out the window. I don't want to play, but I do want to offer my experience and, of course, my resources and my connections to a team, or at least to a team that I have an opportunity to help put together and kind of manage in a general direction. Now, of course, like, this is all like tentative. I don't know when this is going to happen. It's going to happen for Hardline for sure. It's what I want to do. I've already begun kind of reaching out to a few people that I want to put on that roster. But with a lot of things, it's very diplomatic. It's going to take time. But as always, I'm going to keep you guys in the loop about this kind of stuff. If you guys care, I don't know if many people that care. I'm like, oh, Wally, we don't care, whatever. I basically like sit here and talk into a microphone. So I can't like see faces, or I don't know how many people are going to check this video out. But going on talking a little bit about Hardline. From what I understand, it's going to be a smaller scale 5v5 kind of stuff, maybe a little bit 10v10. And I know people. There's been a lot of like outcry about how that's not what Battlefield is and stuff like that. And I'll just be honest. I'll say like like Battlefield's great and everything, but if it really wants to compete with Call of Duty, which is what EA wants it to do, it has to become a competitive game. And you don't compete with Call of Duty by going after their single player campaign, because nobody. Well, okay, I don't want to get too generalized here. Not too many. I would say like 75% of the people that buy FPS games with a multiplayer aspect buy it for the multiplayer. Like, I bought Battlefield for the multiplayer. The single player to me is just like an added bonus. It's like, oh, cool, the single player is pretty good, but it's not like I'm gonna go back and play the single player every day. Be like, oh man, like the single player, man, cold sweat, wake up middle of the night, single player. That's just not how it is for me. Call of Duty's, big time blockbuster kind of single player, so it makes sense. They do the Michael Bay moments and the kind of cliche stuff you've seen from movies and stuff like that, which is great. Don't get me wrong, they do a great job marketing it, and a lot of people enjoy Call of Duty because it does two things incredibly well. It does the multiplayer side incredibly well, and then it does the single player side very well. Battlefield, on the other hand, it struggles with both, unfortunately. And I think focusing on a multiplayer only specific version of Battlefield, or more so focusing on multiplayer over single player, is a great idea. It's probably a better idea than putting all your eggs into one basket. But again, I'd rather see a Counter-Strike-esque Battlefield than BF5 or even Bad Company 3. People talk about how great Bad Company was, and it was great. But most of the people that played Bad Company, they're my age now. They're older people. Most of them younger people don't even remember what BC2 competitive was. And the people that do, are living the nostalgia. They're not really like looking at it from a realist point. Bad Company was great, but it was horribly. There's a quagmire of ridiculous things that like should not have been in an FPS to begin with. You move like the slowest thing in the world. Cover did not apply. There were a lot of problems with Bad Company 2, but there were a lot of things that it got right. Okay, it got a lot of things right. As far as that game was incredibly balanced. Like, any gun could kill anybody, it didn't matter. The only thing it came down to was your personal skill, which I agree. And there wasn't suppression, and then that was probably like the biggest thing that Battlefield honestly needs to get rid of. They just need to get rid of that. That is the stupidest thing ever. It's not competitive at all. There in no way in any aspect should ever you be rewarded for missing shots. You should not be rewarded for that. I don't care how far you want to go and quote realism and be like, well, it's realistic, Wally. Your bullets wouldn't go anywhere near somebody if they were shooting an LMG at you. Yeah, probably because I'm scared shitless, but like, a gun doesn't feel suppression. Like, a gun shoots bullets where you aim it, generally, from how I understand how mechanics work in a firearm. Of course, I've never shot back at someone when I've been under like LMG fire, because I'm not a soldier and never experienced that. But as far as I understand physics and the inner workings of a mechanism like that, if you point something at a general direction, it doesn't matter what's coming at it in its direction. It's still going to shoot in your direction. Now, if your hand's all trembly or you're not looking, of course you're going to shoot all ridiculous. But suppression, just suffice to say, is a ridiculously stupid aspect of a game. It's like a developer trying to put something in there that they believe is right. It's like what we did with rockets. I still think that rockets is a great idea for competitive play. The competitive community is like, hell no, well, your ideas were retarded. But I understand that. I'm not. My ego and my pride does not affect the community in that way. I think suppression is a link to the pride of DICE, if you will. It's not something they want to get rid of, even though like the community pretty much like clamors for it, except for like a very small local minority, in my opinion. But that's just like a few things here and there. I just want to let you guys know that I do want to get back into doing commentaries again. Most of the stuff you see on the channel now is mainly shoutcast kind of stuff. And a lot of it's to do with the fact that I've just been working. I put a lot of work into to level, and of course other projects. My parents, unfortunately, right now are not in the greatest of health, so I have to kind of step up in the house and take my niece everywhere and be a man, basically, be an adult, which is a big deal for me. But you know, I'm not gonna like the one thing I try to keep out of my videos as much as possible is like the personal life. I don't think you guys want to come in here and be like, well, Wally, you know, stubbed his toe today and he's really upset about it and he wants you guys to feel bad for him and that kind of stuff. Nah, I mean, I just want you guys to, as always, enjoy the stuff I come out with. If you guys want to see more commentaries, please let me know. If you guys want to see more shoutcasts, I'm gonna keep putting them up there because I love doing shoutcasts. I'm gonna try to shoutcast with more people. As always, guys, if you guys follow on Twitter, I post every single thing on Twitter. I know that's like a shameless plug, but everything I do is on Twitter. I let you know about videos that are probably going to come out. Like, I'll probably talk about this video before I even put it up on Saturday. I'll talk about it today. Today's Friday. All the casts that I do, all go out ahead of time before I start streaming, goes up ahead of time. I'm trying to get back into streaming too. I've been doing it a little bit. Watch Dogs came out, so that kind of took a shot in the Battlefield routine. But you know, once I get over Watch Dogs, probably like next week, I'll start streaming regularly once a day. Start around 12 p.m. and kind of go from there. If you guys have any questions, want me to cast your games, or just want to know more about what's going on in the Battlefield scene, feel free to just hit me up in the comments. I respond to every single comment I can. But that will do it for me. I hope you guys enjoyed this commentary and a little bit of this video. I know this commentary is a little bit longer. Hope you guys have a great weekend. Father's Day is coming up, all that good stuff. And as always, you guys are the best. Hope you guys have a great day. That will do it for me. Peace.